hang on a minute. Now that the House of Representatives has voted to extend the debt ceiling, I think many of us, including myself, need to reevaluate, if only a little bit, the political skills of the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. Now, don't worry, my opinion of McCarthy is still very low, and it's not like he's Tip O'Neill or Nancy Pelosi or anything at all like that. But if we think back to the beginning of this year and the hell week that McCarthy had to endure at the hands of his fellow Republicans just to become the Speaker, many of us, again, myself included, believed that he would wind up as the weakest Speaker in modern history and that he would forever be captive to the far right members of his own party. And in fact, that's the entire reason that we had to endure these past few weeks of negotiations over the debt ceiling at all. But what ended up happening this week was that McCarthy was able to sideline and isolate those same far right Republicans who had spent a week torturing him at the beginning of this year. He also explicitly disobeyed the recommendation of Donald Trump, who recommended that the United States should default on its debts if Republicans couldn't secure massive spending cuts. Now, it's true that many Democrats voted against this bill. In fact, the number of Democrats who voted against was almost as high as the number of Republicans who voted against it. But none of those Democrats have seemed quite so upset about the bill's passage as the Republicans who opposed it. And I share a lot of the concerns of the Democrats who voted against it. I think I would have voted in favor had I been in their place, but I understand what they don't like about the bill. On top of that, from a broader view, I think it's entirely ridiculous that we have a debt ceiling at all. But it's worth remembering that if we didn't have a debt ceiling, then Kevin McCarthy might not even have had the opportunity to deal this defeat to the far right members of his own party. And I think that we actually should thank him for having done so, just as I thank you for your kind attention.